What's going on, guys? So I'm gonna do a couple things on my car that I can do right now. I'm gonna start putting the drag wing on. Yes, I know, very vital to getting a car running, but I've had it for a while. I don't really have much to do, so I'm gonna do this instead. I did have it powder coated. This does come just raw aluminum. I sent it out to have powder coated. Everything's black, so it looks kind of matchy in a way. So I'm gonna start doing that, and then you know, go from there on what else I can possibly do. All right, so main deck is on, riveted on. I bought these black rivets. Motion, obviously they send you a wing that's not black. So they send you this like stainless or chrome or whatever. It's not black is what I'm trying to say. And these are the bolts that they send with the kit, and I just spray painted them. So that way it makes it look a little nicer. So now that this is all mounted up, yeah, we can start working on the spill plates and then the wicker bills. All right, all done. For the most part, it's a pretty straightforward process. Honestly, all I was really doing was going back and forth between what I was doing and the Motion Raceworks video that they have out on their YouTube channel. So I just kind of kept going back and forth for a reference and a little bit of a guide, and it goes together pretty smoothly. Don't mind the dust that has accumulated over now a year, pretty much. I think it looks pretty decent. I mean, it's hard to kind of get a grasp of it when it's in the air, but it looks kind of cool. I like it. I think the black was a good idea for sure. So okay, that was satisfying. I gotta do the other side. Come on. Bam! I definitely need to do this part of the bar too though. So far I got a new radiator. I'm working on trying to figure out how to get that mounted. I'm going no CO2 for right now. So I got the blow off valve hooked up. I've got reference line to the wastegates. There's 6-pound springs in the wastegates. Got a belt on for the alternator. Got a new coolant temp sensor. I'm missing an injector because my buddy borrowed it at the racetrack and I wasn't using it, and now I'm waiting for that back. I got this cheapo breather tank that is not the right thing for it, but it's good enough for what I'm trying to do with it for now. Eventually I would like to run jack fab catch can, but for now I'm just gonna run that for now, and that's plumbed. We got this all plumbed, the oil filter housing going down. These look close to the header, but I mean there's some decent room, and I got some heat wrap to wrap these and to wrap the fuel lines here because these fuel lines are pretty close. I played with the Holly a little bit here, and just to verify the fuel pump. It works, and I unplugged the fuel pump so that I don't burn it up because there's no fuel in it. So I turn the key on, dash pops up. So with the dash on and stuff, I got my fuel gauge, got my trans temp gauge, and then I also got this. And all I got to do to monitor boost, boom. And now I have a boost gauge. Now I'm utilizing both screens. I bought it, I might as well use it, right? And then, so I have the trans brake and the bump wired through the Holly. So that's wired through. And then this one is the bump. I press trans brake. I got the bump wired up as well. So that's done. So we should be able to start this thing soon is what I'm hoping. So I'm gonna stop talking and do some more work here. Alright, so I got the water pump on, and then I got the radiator mounted. I'm using a Joe's Racing Products radiator mounts. I actually had to customize these to fit my car. These are for like asphalt late model or dirt cars kind of deal. Basically just clamps onto that bar down there. And then I drilled and tapped each side of this lower than what they already previously had. And then I cut these bars about 3.5 inches down so that it could suck up down to this, because this is a 15.5 tall radiator and these are designed for like 18-inch. So it's pretty sturdy. And then this is not how I want radiator hoses routed. These are like super cheap, like the $40 Amazon radiator hoses. They're like the flexible metal ones. And it's just, they're good enough just to at least get it started. I want to go AN for this later anyway. Did the same thing on the other one down here. All right, well, man, it was about, I don't know, a year and 2 weeks ago. This thing was running and driving, small block Chevy with a carburetor on it. I took it completely apart, sent it to Jack Fabrication, had him put a cage in it, had him put a turbo kit on it, a front end kit, did an LS swap with a Holly on it, and spent a lot of money, and it's running. It ain't perfect. There's still a lot of stuff I need to work on. I mean, it ain't even done. I don't even have that hooked up yet. Don't even have fans hooked up yet. But, I mean, it runs. I gotta give a shout out to my buddy Randy. He's got that 78 Monty you guys see on this channel. And we just loaded his tune-up from his car into mine. Our setups are really identical. There's a couple things on his that are different from mine, but for the most part, we're about 100 almost identical engines, setups pretty much. So we just loaded his tune-up into it, and we first, when we were trying, we weren't getting crank signal, and that was on me. I wired the wrong, basically, wake up wire to the Holly. Basically, when you turn the key, the Holly wakes up pretty much. When I had that wired, I went to a wire that would shut off under cranking. So we swapped that, and now everything works. So it runs really rich. We're gonna need to let it kind of learn its own thing. And there's still some stuff I got to do to run a boost reference to the fuel regulator, and of course wiring and stuff like that. Address a couple leaks maybe, and go from there. So we still have a little bit of a ways to go on this, but we're pretty close to being able to get this hopefully on the road here soon, and maybe making some passes soon, and we'll see if we can get this thing done for race week. So anyway, guys, I think that's going to do for this video. Started off with a wing install and ended with a running car. That was not my intention when I first made this video, but this is where we're at, and I think this is a good way to end it. So anyway, guys, hopefully you stuck around for this portion of the video, and see ya.